Since the release of Tekken in 1994, the Tekken franchise has sold more than 44 million units worldwide. There since day one has been Mr. Katsuhiro Harada. We've been lucky enough to sit down and have a chat with him about the upcoming release of Tekken 7. Enjoy! Patrick from Aussie Gamers Express, known locally as Snoogans.
Snoogans?
Snoogans is the call signs. I don't know if any of you guys would remember, it's an old thing for some late 90s movies.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it pretty much means whatever you want it to mean.
Okay.
That's how I usually explain it. It's
is it an Australian term you mean?
No, it's actually from the Jay and Silent Bob movies.
Okay.
So it's something that Jason Mewes has brought up, so it's a bit of fun.
Okay.
More than anything else. And yeah, a lot of people say, why that? That's what was there when I was growing up, so
right.
Yeah, very early on. I probably had a couple of drinks when I made the call sign, but stuck with it now, so that's all good.
Cool.
So we're here today with some of the creative guys from Tekken 7. Like I said, mate, I'll make it nice and quick for us.
Okay.
So I've got a few questions here. We've had some feedback from the guys on the website and from some of our internal staff as well. So what's probably some of the challenges that you've faced in bringing a game that's been in arcades for, 2 years now?
2 years.
Yeah, bringing it across to the home console and PC. So what sort of challenges has that brought up?
チャレンジっていうのはそんなチャレンジじゃないですよ。我々は今回に限らずね、やっぱシリーズ20年以上通して必ずアーケードからリリースして、コンソールっていうこのパターンをやってる。どっちかってこれビジネスモデルの方の話になっちゃうと思うんですけど、そういう意味で言うとちゃんとやっぱりアーケードでしっかりビジネスとしては稼いでる部分で、もう一個はゲームとして非常にポリッシュされてる、そのワンプレイ100円っていう中でシビアな市場を通ってきているので、ゲームバランス含めてもうかなり完成したものになってる。でそれはやっぱコンソールに持っていくってところではあんまりアーケードからコンソール持っていくっていう部分での苦労っていうのはそんなないですね。むしろ家庭用は家庭用だけの対戦モード以外の道路にたくさんいろんなモードがあるので、そこを毎回こうボリュームをたくさん盛り込んでいくっていうことの方がやっぱり毎回苦労しますよね。
あとチャレンジとしたら、アーケードシーンはもない人たちはどうやって
そうだね、そのアーケードシーンがやっぱ欧米でないのでこのじゃあ先に買ってねアーケードで出した後に触ってもらう機会をどういうふうに増やそうかとかっていうのをアーケードのビジネスをこう阻害しないようにやらなきゃいけないっていうのが非常にやっぱ欧米とアジアとの文化で違うので、それをすごい苦労してますよね。
There wasn't really many technical hurdles that we had, bringing the game to console, because the business model of releasing first in arcades and then bringing it to console is something we've been doing for many years. The challenge, I guess, was more of adding all the extra content that you typically see in a Tekken installment once it hits console that wasn't originally in the arcade version. But even more so, perhaps just trying to bridge the gap, I guess you could say, that in the East, for example, Japan, Korea, parts of Southeast Asia, even in Australia, you guys still have some arcades. And so there's a period there where there's a lot of fans that are able to play the recent installment of the game. And then in the US or parts of Europe, fans who can't. And part of the challenge was just trying to create opportunities for people with who no longer have a vibrant arcade scene to be able to enjoy the game, at events or tournaments and whatnot. So that was pretty difficult.
So that would be more the story side of it, bringing that towards and...
The story, you mean? What?
Yeah. So the story side, something that's not available in the arcades?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just versus,
that, the online tournament mode, the VR aspects as well.
Yep.
Those kind of things, a lot of detail and work goes into. There's no basis there in the arcade version, so it's all from the start.
Nice. Speaking of the VR aspects, is it coming to the PSVR as well?
That's the only VR it's coming to, actually.
Yeah,
PSVR.
Yeah, okay. So, it's one of the guys has asked the compatibility with the PSVR. What sort of things can we expect? Like, how will it work?
どういう感じになるのか。
だよね。そのよくみんなが VR の格闘ゲームって想像するのは一人称で戦うんだと思うんですけど、実はそれはもう僕は何年も前にすでに結構実験していて、基本的に現状の格闘ゲーム、新しく VR に作るんだったらともかく、現状の格闘ゲームそのまま VR にすると、非常に体験としては面白くないし、ただこう目の前でこう暴れてる格闘家がいて怖いだけなので、我々はどうやったら興味深くこう見ることができるかっていうのをすごく研究して、最終的にこう普通のビューは普通の自分のカスタマイズしたキャラをじっくり見るっていうのももちろんできるんですけど、こう CPU とこう対戦しながら実際の動きをいろんな角度から眺めれるんですけど、スーパースローとかにしてこう普段見れないアングルとは、絶対格闘ゲームでありえないカメラから見るってことができる。でこれはとても実は新鮮で面白い体験で、これやってみないとわからないので、ぜひどこかで触る機会あったら遊んでみてほしいですね。
Well, it's interesting that you ask about the VR mode because a lot of people who have played PSVR or any type of VR for that matter, the way they envision a fighting game to be played in VR is something that's actually not very viable. I mean, since the immersive nature of VR, people would assume that, okay, you become this fighter and you're fighting in first person, but this was tried, many years ago in tech demos and such internally, and we found that it's not a very enjoyable experience. You have some martial artists like right in front of you, like doing all these punches and kicks right in front of you.
I'd throw myself out the window trying to break it. Yeah.
It's pretty jarring, so it's not a very enjoyable experience. So instead we focused on a more enjoyable experience in VR in which, for example, a character model viewer where you can customize your favorite character and look at it from all these different angles, or a sub-mode of that lets you kind of fight against the CPU opponent, and you can slow down the action, and so you can see things moving in slow motion, and you can look at them from different camera angles that you can't normally see in Tekken. So it's actually kind of unique. It's an experience that we've never had for Tekken before. So if you get a chance, we hope that you'll be able to play PSVR.
Yeah, I'm in the market. I'm very close to making the final decision to go and buy one. So
Okay.
yeah, they're just a long list of things in front of that, including builds.
Or maybe if Steven has one on hand, you can check it out.
Yeah, I might hit him up in a few weeks and see if we can have him come and have a play. Okay, so Tekken 7's the first in the series to use the Unreal 4 engine.
Right.
So what sort of benefits has that seen? Obviously, I've had a bit of a play in.
V4 発でどういう利点があったのか。
我々常にスクラッチで最初から描画エンジンはそのゲームの機の世代に合わせて最初から書いてたんですね。でそうすると何が起きるかというと、プログラマーやプログラマーがやっぱりその元の描画エンジンを書き終えるまでその絵が最終的に決まってこない。そうするとデザイナー、ビジュアルデザイナーも最終的な絵っていうのを目指してこうクオリティアップする時間っていうのはちょっと少なくなっちゃう。でゲームデザイン側もやっぱある程度絵が出ない状態でゲームのデザインを始めるんですけど、やっぱ最終的な絵が出てから、進むことっていうのは非常に多いので、このゲームデザインする時間を長く確保するっていう観点でいくと、アンリアルエンジン4の場合は描画は早めに出るので、なるほどこれ最終的な絵のイメージはこうなりそうで、こういうカメラでこういうモデルの見え方をするってなったら、ビジュアルデザイナーもゲームデザイナー側も、非常に残りをゲームを作るという期間に集中できるプログラマーも含めてっていう意味では、我々描画エンジン的な扱いで UE4 を使ったんですけど、非常にその速度っていう意味では非常に早くできてよかったなという気がします。
Well, before we use the Unreal Engine 4, the way the game was created was, we made all the assets and the program and everything on our side. So before the artist can actually see the characters moving on screen and make adjustments, where the game designers actually see the assets and be able to start progressing the game design, we first had to have the programmers build from scratch the graphic engine, which took quite a bit of time. So once you're finally displaying characters and stages, the artists have less time to actually make tweaks to the design of the visual look, and game designers also had a lot less time to actually kind of polish the game mechanics and implement new stuff. So since Tekken, we don't use the whole Unreal Engine for everything. We use it for the graphics. You're able to see very early on what the final look of the game will be like, and that gives the artist first off a lot more design to kind of to adjust the design of the characters or stages or the look of the game more closely to what they envision, and the game designers also have a lot more time to tweak and balance the game. So that's probably the biggest merit.
Okay. You touched on before the online aspect with different tournaments and whatnot. So will there also? So I've obviously seen some local co-op, or local fighting, I should say. Sorry. Can you, when you do the online multiplayer, can you just do versus friends over an online connection?
Versus what do you mean, like ranked match, or what kind of stuff we have?
Yeah,
there?
so if you just want to have like a random match with a mate, can you just set that up over line, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are two ways to do that. One is, as you are playing offline against a friend, in versus, you can play. これも喋っていいね、player match 今まであったよね。Up until now, Tekken's always had a player match, which there's two distinctions. One is ranked match, which affects your ranking. Whether you're first dan, second dan, whatever, and the results of the match dictate if you move up or down. But the player match, you can fight against friends regardless of that rank. It doesn't change. So you can just invite your friend into one of those player matches. There's also the tournament mode that we were announcing for the first time online. So you can make a tournament bracket with up to 7 other friends, so 8 people in total. And you can invite them, you can password lock it and such. So there's a few different ways to play the game out for Tekken 7.
Oh, brilliant. That sounds fantastic. One of the big things that I found a lot of people are really enjoying at the moment is working with the new hardware. So the extra power of the Xbox One and the PS4. So how did you guys find it, having that bit of extra grunt?
その要は次世代機じゃなくて今のコンソールというか。
And also, is there any enhancements with the PS4 Pro? And maybe the Scorpio later in the year.
最初は今回は初めてじゃん、今の世代で、そのエクストラパワーでなんか開発しやすかったのかとか、あとさらにパート2でプロはなんか対応してるのって。
一つはね、我々がスペックで楽になる瞬間ってほとんどなくて、僕ら今まで20年以上の歴史上で1回だけあって、 PS1 世代の、アーケードで作ってたタッグ1、初代鉄拳タッグが移植する時はPS2 だったね。
そっか、基盤も PS1 の元に。
これは
もっと綺麗だったもんね。
これはね、綺麗になるだけじゃなくて開発も楽だったです。メモリもポリゴン数もちょっともう余っちゃって、余りすぎたからどこに使おうか困って、刃まで全部作ったやつ、ポリゴンの刃の裏までもしっかりポリゴン全部作ってぐらい余った時代はありました。だからあれは楽だったんですね、ある意味。ただもう基本的には そういう特別なシチュエーションを除いてはスペックに満足するってことはやっぱりなくて、やっぱメモリはもっと欲しいし CPU のクロックはもっと欲しいし、それによって楽になったってことはないですね。むしろやることはどんどん増えてますね。例えばオンラインがない時代ってオンラインモードはいらなかったんですけど、オンラインってテクノロジーが入っただけでやんなきゃいけないことが増えましたし、対応しなきゃいけないことが増えたし、解像度が上がるだけで書かなきゃいけない範囲も絵の情報量も増えたし、そういう意味ではどんどんこのコスト的にもやらなきゃいけないこともしんどくはなって るんで、次世代機はむしろ楽にしてくれることはあんまりないですかね。ただそうだね、そういうことないな。でプロに関してはまあ普通に遊んでもらえば綺麗にはなってると思うんで、そこはPS プロで遊べる人はぜひ比較してみてほしいなって気がしますけど。
Well, there's not many instances in which it's easier to develop because of more powerful hardware that comes out. Because with that more powerful hardware, the bar that people expect gets higher. So you have to include more detail in your textures, your character models, and environments. The addition of online components to consoles meant that you have to come up with online modes and functionality, etc. So there's hardly any cases in which it's easier because of additional power. But he said he did have one, and that was Tekken Tag Tournament 1. So it originally came out in the arcade on architecture that was based on the PS1. But because of the timing that the console version came out on, it was PS2. So it was a lot more powerful than the arcade version based hardware. And so there was a lot more processing power and a lot more polygons that they could use. So they actually had an excess of polygons, and they were like, okay, well, what are we going to use them on? For example, they modeled the teeth for the first time very detailed in the Tag 1, even like behind the teeth and everything. So just because of they had so much power that they didn't know what to do with. But that's like the only instance he can remember in 20 years of having a little bit of freedom to do stuff like that because of increased power.
Beauty. All right, well, last one. Big talking point at the moment. Seems to be an ongoing thing. Season pass and exclusive content.
Right.
So I've had a quick look. I don't really get into clickbait, so I don't read a lot of stuff that I probably should. But do you guys have a season pass? Have you got any details that you can share with us? And is there any exclusive content for either the PS4, the Xbox, or the PC?
Season pass exclusive content まあきっとシーズンパスはアナウンスした範囲のと、
そうなんだよね。
あと PSVR があるから必然的にそれと、
エクスクルーシブでね、あるね。
ジュークボックスもあるか。
あ、そうだ、ジュークボックスだ。それはちょっと知らないのかなとしたら。
知らない。
あ、そうか。だからジュークボックスあと PS4 はこれエクスクルーシブで、従来の鉄拳の、PS 時代でしか出てない時代が多かったので、その古いサウンドトラックが全部入っているので、それを自分で各ステージにこうカスタムで入れれる。しかも鉄拳7ってラウンドで曲変わるんですよね。最終ラウンドに行くとクライマックスの曲に変化するんですけど、その変化する曲も選べるんですよ。だから例えばあるステージに自分のお気に入りの鉄拳3のジンのサントラを入れといて入れるんだけど、そのステージのファイナルラウンドを迎えた時には、例えば鉄拳6の羊のステージの面白い音楽に変えるとかってこともできる。そういうちょっと面白いものがあります。
あと VR の話と
あとはその VR だけだよね。
レイさんも言った方がいいよね。エクスクルーシブじゃないけど、
そうあれは予約特典なので、
ただなので
予約今のうち取得とエリザー全員もらえるので、プラットフォーム関係なくぜひプレオーダーしてほしいなって感
じ。So there are first off the season pass. Well, first we'll go into exclusive stuff. I guess that's easier to explain. There's the PSVR, obviously, because that only applies to PS4.
Yep.
And so the content, as we discussed in the earlier question, is kind of tailored to that. There's also a jukebox mode on the PS4, which, because of the older installments of Tekken were mostly on PlayStation hardware, we were able to take those past soundtracks and implement them into the game so that on the PS4 version you can kind of, the stage music in Tekken transitions, so like you'll start the stage with round one with a certain track, and then when it heats up it'll change into a different track to kind of make the atmosphere more exciting. But you could take, for example, for the first part, the soundtrack from Tekken 3, Jin's song, and put that on the first part. The second part could be, for example, the what do you call it? the lamb, the stages with the lambs on Tekken 6.
Yeah.
Tatsudake 6.
ね、6
6. It's very crazy
Yeah.
music, right? And you can combine the two just to have fun. I mean, you can basically take any of the different past tracks from Tekken installments and select them as your favorite stage music.
No, it doesn't seem
So, yeah, and that's because, the past hardware and such. Then there's Eliza. She's a pre-order character. So just to clarify, some people don't know how you get the character. So 60 days after release, I believe, she becomes a paid DLC.
Yep.
But as long as you pre-order the game, you can get her for free. So we definitely recommend that you pre-order so that you can get her for free.
Yeah.
Rather than say, oh, I would have to buy it later on. Just pre-order the game. You know you're going to buy it already, right? And so to go into DLC, or the season pass as you mentioned, what we've announced so far, もうあれも含めて話するかって過去はサポートできなかったからね。So, up in, for Tag 2, Tekken's always had these kind of time-release character mechanics in the arcade, and then we tried to recreate that in Tag 2, as in adding a few characters after launch. But because they were free updates, we didn't have enough budget to keep the whole Tekken team working on the game post-launch for free for a whole year or something like that. So the reason behind the DLC this time, it's paid, is so that we can continue to support the game for at least a year after launch, adding new characters, perhaps modes and other content for at least a year after launch. What we've announced so far is, I think, a gameplay mode. We haven't announced what, and 2 characters.
Okay.
And stages that are linked to the characters. We'll have more details about that, I think, later on. But that's the reason for the season pass.
All right, sweet. No worries, mate. Well, that's all from me, guys. Thank you very much, and thanks for letting me have a bit of a crack today. And
Thank you.
good luck with the release.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll hear plenty more about it.
Okay.
No worries. Thanks
I
a
would
lot.
hit Steven up about the PSVR. I mean, if you could check it out. it's
I'll
cool.
be definitely on this quiz.